Remove the wheels and carefully keep all axle nuts, washers, and spacers in a safe place. Use an H3 hex wrench to remove the motor guard screws. Only one side needs to be removed. Use an H4 hex wrench to loosen the flange clamping screws and the flange to gearbox mounting screws until the gearbox can move freely. Use an H3 hex wrench to remove the two motor mounting screws and take off the motor. Support the motor and gearbox during removal to prevent motor dropping or separating unexpectedly. Use a pry tool to remove the original 11T gear while keeping the spacer retained. Use an H3 hex wrench to loosen the 4 motor connector mounting screws. According to the markings on the motor connector, slide the motor toward the 13T position, then tighten the motor connector mounting screws. Install the 13T gear. After replacing the gear, apply an appropriate amount of grease. Reinstall the motor. Before installation, ensure the sealing ring is still properly seated. Then install the 2M4x12 screws securing the motor connector and gearbox. Completely remove the motor guard. On the opposite side, only the motor mounting screws need to be removed. There is no need to loosen the flange. Use a pry tool to remove the original 11T gear while retaining the spacer. If the gear is difficult to remove, a gear puller may be used to assist with removal. Use an H3 hex wrench to loosen the 4 motor connector mounting screws. According to the markings on the motor connector, slide the motor toward the 13T position, then tighten the motor connector mounting screws. Install the 13T gear. After replacing the gear, apply an appropriate amount of grease. Reinstall the motor. Before installation, ensure the sealing ring is still properly seated. Then install 2M4x12 button head hex screws to secure the motor connector and gearbox. Reinstall the motor and gearbox assembly on the opposite side. After reinstalling the spacer and wheel, firmly push the gearbox toward the truck axle. At this stage, the axle nut does not need to be installed. This step is only used to determine the correct flange position. Once the flange position is properly aligned, tighten the flange clamping screws and the flange to gearbox mounting screws. On one side, install two M4x20 screws for the motor guard bracket. On the opposite side, first install the two M4x20 screws for the motor guard bracket. Then install the M4x12 screws for the motor guard and guard bracket to complete the guard installation. Do not fully tighten any screws until all screws have been properly reinstalled. Once every screw is correctly positioned, fully tighten all hardware. Reinstall the wheels and ensure the white buffer and spacers are correctly seated. Install the washers and axle nuts. After tightening the axle nuts, slightly loosen them by approximately half a turn to achieve proper axle nut tension. After completing the modification, the remote controller must be repaired and the parameters adjusted. With both the board and remote powered off, press and hold the board power button until the power indicator flashes rapidly. Then press and hold the remote power button until the remote enters pairing mode. Parameter settings. Unit system, mph/mild. Motor type, belt. Wheel diameter, 160, adjust according to the actual wheel size used. Drive ratio, adjust to 3.6 using the scroll wheel. Motor pole pairs, 7. The OX13T gear upgrade now has been completed.